Hey, what's happening, everybody? Hey, Scott. Scott is in the house. Lewis is in the house. Hey, we are 5 subscribers away. 5, only 5, from a free shirt. Either a Gunner Project or a FRETworks shirt. 5. 5, that's it. And then we're only 50 away from a free guitar from Billy Ray. Hey, Peggy. Peggy, no package yet today. Rock Daddy. So again, guys, we are 5 away from a free shirt, and 50 after we get that 5, then we will be 50 away from a free guitar. And it will be shipped to you from Billy Ray, from Arizona. Continental US only, unless you want to work something out with Billy personally if you're out of the country. Where I guess you would pay the shipping. So we're close. We're awfully close. And I can't believe how quick I can't believe how quick this channel is growing. Let me say hi to everybody that's here right now. I know we have Scott, and then we got Lewis, Peggy, Rock Daddy, Multi, and MPN, and there's more people watching. So, all right, that's cool. I freaking love it. Everybody, love it, love it, love it. I'm glad you guys are here. Ian, I normally don't say this, but if you're not subscribed, please subscribe because we're 5 away from a t-shirt. Then after that, we will be 50 away from a free guitar. From Billy Ray from Phoenix, Arizona. What Billy will do is we are going to have a members, hey, true. We're going to have a members only chat. And anybody within the chat that participates, all you got to do is just jump in and say hello and stuff like that. And then we will do a drawing. And the winner will win a guitar from Billy Ray. And I'll show you a photo of it. Hold on here. It is a yellow Strat with red pickups and green knobs. Although the photo I'm going to show you here through this camera and the lighting, everything in here, the pickups will look pink, but they are not. They are red. Here it is. Brighten the screen up a little bit. So at 500 subs, we are giving away this guitar. Billy Ray was gracious enough to donate that for the channel, to help the channel grow. So that is at 500. But we are only 5 away from a free shirt, the Gunner Project, or FRETworks, and that is courtesy of David, who wanted to donate that for the show to help the show grow. So you got 2 chances in the next 55 subs to win. Well, same person could actually win both. Wouldn't that be something? Win the shirt now, then 50 subs away, you win the guitar. Yeah, it's a cool yellow. It's like a competition yellow. And the pickups, he said, are red, and the knob is red, the switch knob, and the volume, tone, and tone is green. So, hey, for free, you can't beat it for free. And we do give away guitars here, not like some other channels. Wait, comments. Might as well send it to Lewis now. Lewis or Peggy. Although Peggy hasn't won much on here. So who knows? Although I have a package coming from Peggy. Thank you, Peggy. And Peggy has a package coming from me. Which that didn't get there yet, did it? I don't know if it did or not. I have absolutely no tracking on that one. Let me check and see if this one got delivered to Mad yet. Ah, no, they changed Mad's from today to tomorrow. It is now preparing for delivery at his local post office. So that's a day late. The fret polishers to Peggy, no status available. And the neck pickup for Garguts is in Pittsburgh, so that should be here tomorrow. And then the bridge pickup. Oh, wait a minute. Which one's which? No, the bridge pickup will be here tomorrow. It's in Pittsburgh, so usually they're here the very next day because that's only 50 minutes away. So it looks like Garguts' bridge pickup will be here. The neck pickup, they're saying either Saturday or Monday, and it's in transit. Oh, it's in transit from Capitola, California. Mads is preparing. So I try to keep track of everything I sent out so I know what's what and who's getting what. But then they sometimes, the status not available for Peggy's. Don't know why. Can you check it, Peggy? Does it let you do anything? Hmm. So, again, at 500, we are giving away this guitar. It will be shipped to you by Billy Ray from Phoenix, Arizona. And at 5 more subs, you can get a picture shirt, the Gunner Project, or FRETworks. Rackron. True. Hello. Oh, wait a minute. I got another message. Hold on. This is from John Dotson. On here. Hold on. Let me write this back to John. Let's see. Hold on. Typed out each, and it corrected to watch. Okay. Just adds a little essence. Okay. I got. I don't understand this. I got this email today. As you all know, I started a PayPal account for this channel, which is the email rgunner065 at gmail.com. I haven't done anything with that since I got it, other than my sister sent $5 to make sure it worked. It worked. And then, hey, Mr. Mick, and then I paid the Geiker thing, $39 through that, and just drew it out of my bank account. That's the only two things I did. So I get this today from PayPal. So for some reason, they decided to not do that PayPal. So then I thought, you know what? Maybe that's a scam. So I went to PayPal. And this is it. After a review of what? $5? And then paying $39, just went through PayPal and it drew it out of my account. That's the only two things I've done. Yeah. $5 from my sister. I transferred it to the card, and then I paid $39.99, and it took it out of my account. That's it. And then they did this. That's the only two things. The only thing I can figure is because the word gunner is in there. So which means I'll have to make another one and just call it FRETworks, I guess. Crazy. You're right, Peggy. It is crazy. That's the only two activities on the entire thing in what, 2 weeks? And they reviewed the account for what? I don't know. So I guess I'll have to make another one. Or try to. I don't know. But as you can see, in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever it was, nobody used it. So who knows? Maybe because it wasn't you. I don't know. I have no idea. Does not make sense. No, it'd be easier if I just do FRETworks. Might have been. Might have been. And they'll think I'm part of Guns N' Roses. Maybe, hey, there we go. Maybe they won't do anything about that. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Hey, this guy's from GNR. He's got millions. Approve him. Papa Blue. And I know I've had so many comments about people saying, look what's behind you. We only see a part of it. And that's true. The difference being, I didn't just buy all this in the last couple years. Between that and the guitars that are in storage and the amps in storage, you're talking a 40 plus year journey to get this stuff. So it's basically been bought since 1982, from then till now. And then I did sell a lot of stuff to help with my father. So, for his care. Nursing homes aren't cheap. So, I just wanted to get that out there because I get comments all the time like, well, you got that. There's $10,000 in amp heads right there. Well, there might be, but I didn't pay for it in the last 2 years or 3 years. The Randall head on the bottom I've had since 1988. The B52 head's been years. The Mesa head has been really years. Then the two Ingles within the last 15 years. So basically, the only thing here within the last 3 years are those right there. '50-ish guitars. There's 60 in here total, but I sold a few. I don't even know how many. I'm just going to give the general number about 100 and between 140 and 150. But I mean, it's like my dad's 59 Les Paul Juniors hanging up right there. That's not getting sold. My Sandoval, I've had that for years. That's not getting sold. My ESP J Frog, had that for years. That's not getting sold. So are all, you mean in storage? MPN? Those ones are mostly there's probably more Charvels than there are Jacksons. And a couple Kramers, but I have my one Lips Kramer from Dennis Klein. And then I sold all the Kramers but that one. And I sold some of the Charvels that I had two of, if they were the same color. And then I sold a couple of the amps. But it was all over Springfield, Dayton area because that's where they're at. So it was just a lot easier to put them on Facebook Marketplace in the Springfield area than put them here and have to drive 3.5 hours, get in and drive back. You get 7 hours in a car ride to. So, but I sold a lot of stuff. I did have two Boss, what was it? 70 and the 80 pedal. Hold on. Matter of fact, my buddy Rodney that's got the 200 some guitars hanging on the wall. He bought the the 70. Forget what it was called. There's a 90. I didn't have a 90. And I really like this too. I kind of hated to get rid of it. This one's the 90 though. So I had this in the 70 series, which Rodney bought. And then I had the 80. Sold that one. And I also sold, I know David has an older one. Hold on here. Oh, I sold 1, 2, 3. Okay. I sold these two, actually, this guitar too. So the only thing I have left in this photo is just the Engel head. The two Hughes and Kettner heads are gone, and both 412s are gone, and that guitar is gone. That bottom cabinet there, I sold that literally to a brain surgeon over in Virginia, and he drove over to get it because he didn't trust shipping. So everything you see in that photo except for that Engel head is gone. And then see if I can find the some of the rack mount stuff I got rid of. I actually got rid of all of it except for the power supply. So I have sold, literally a bunch of stuff because I had to do something. Okay, if you see. Well, the only thing I have out of this rack is the tuner, the Korg tuner. But all that's gone except for that tuner, the second one down. And the rack itself, the case. All that's gone. So that cabinet here on the bottom is the top there. Then both Engel heads are sitting on top of it, and I still have those 3 guitars. So I did sell a lot of stuff, and contrary to what everybody believes, I did not buy all this at one time. Literally an accumulation of years. And 40 grit 40 grit ended up with this guitar. I think he took the decal off. Korean made gunslinger. I actually traded to Dane. It's brighter yellow there. The camera's changing it. I mean, it's more yellow. That looks more like a faded white, but it's really, yeah, that's not showing it. I traded to Dane for a guitar, then he had it for about a month, and then 40 grit went and bought it. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff gone. A lot of stuff you guys never saw because I didn't have it here. Even this guitar's gone. I tried to buy that back because he had it for such a long time. Then right when I asked him for it, it sold like the week before. Jeff Waters, Annihilator, and the case even. I don't know if I show the case in here or not. No. Case said the Annihilator on it. Now, one you guys did see that I sold. I sold this, or did I sell this or trade it? I think I traded it. Wish I would have kept it. Come on. Hollow body telly. Uh, thing. It's a G&L. Come on, focus. This thing sounded freaking amazing. It was a transparent orange. I traded it to the guy, and there's the back of it. No marks on it with you're seeing glare fingerprints. There's no marks on it whatsoever. And I told him if he ever wants to get rid of it, let me know. Trade something for it back, or what would he want for it? Dane ended up with this one too, my solar. So, and that had a black winter pickup in it and a big fat block, and it had real Floyd German saddles on a special, so it worked absolutely fine. So I've sold a lot of stuff. The ME70, that's it. ME, yeah. I had the 70 and the 80, and I sold both of them. Rodney, he's only like 15 minutes away. He bought the 70 off of me. It's on the third floor on one of the amps up there where the other guitar. This guy's got 200 guitars hanging on the wall. I showed pictures a couple weeks ago of only the first floor. There's 3 floors, 4 if you count the basement, but he doesn't have any in the basement. So anyhow, to get back to the thing, that these just wasn't all bought at one time. Trust me. Years of wheeling and dealing, and you name it. Got all that. Excuse me, trying to my antivirus keeps trying to pop up and run scans during the shows. Okay, hold on. Let me address this email real quick. Oh, hold on. Sorry about that, guys. I know he wants to take care of this right away. type on my phone. All right, sent. Yeah, and out of the two I had, God, there's back again. Stop. Um, Out of the ME70 and the ME80, I like the 70 better. Oh, you like that, Lewis? I ordered some silver. Not here yet. We'll put some silver over it. I want to find a the iron I'm using now. That big iron is too big, and the little craft iron I got doesn't really well. It's wearing out. So I need to find something in between that's a little bit more stable because that little one's not holding up at all. Thank you, Peggy. I went to a pawn shop today with Jed. He had to leave work. Well, he had to stop. He owned his own business, so he had to stop early because he had metal in his eye and he had to go to the emergency room. So he had a big patch over it, and he's like, "Well, can't do any work like this." So he come down and we went to lunch. Then we went up to the pawn shop that we usually go to, and it's funny because they have that Leo James kit guitar that you can buy brand new for. Well, it's not a kit, but you could buy it brand new for $179. They have it on the wall at the pawn shop for $475. But they had a nice 335 style Gretsch with a Bigsby on it for like $400. But Jed used to date the manager who works there, so she always gives him better prices. It was like the back of it was like a dark mahogany back, the body and the neck, but the front of the body was painted like the blue, like a sapphire blue, I think maybe, with the Bigsby on. It looked really nice. Then they had a Starcaster, uh, Yamaha bass, Ibanez acoustic with the regular Ibanez like electric guitar headstock on it, and a couple other acoustics. So every now about once a week we'll go check that out because you never know what you find. Then they always have stuff they'll put out and they'll say coming soon, which apparently they know the person's not coming back to try to get it back. So I don't know. So, okay, so before I go to the bench, do we have? Oh, Papa Blue sold all his good amps. That sucks. And Lewis, did I hear about Fender's next? What? An Australian used? How can they do that? If it's a used store and they're trade-ins, they're not making them, so that can't hold up. Hmm. So on, oh, here we go again. This now. Something arrived at the origin facility in San Jose, California distribution center. So they're going to get that neck here by Saturday in 2 days. I doubt it. So on MPN's guitar, again, it's a Firefly. So the routing in the back, where the electronics go, there's really not any room. And I was telling him on the phone that when I installed the Pure Tone jack, screwed it in place, got the Strat style, and I went to put the tone pot in for the neck, it wouldn't go in. I had to remove the jack out of it so I can get the tone pot down there. So I'm looking at, there's not really a lot of room. And then the one pot, I would put he wanted a new EVH one, so he sent it. Put the new EVH one with the zero. It's like, note you don't feel, just turn off and on. And the tone pot for it was starting to go bad. So I thought, I'll take everything out, which I did earlier, and I'm going to put 2 new pots in. They're both 500K because he made the comment to me that he doesn't really use the tone that much. It's just usually on. So I have 500K new pots, but they're the smaller pots. I'm going to put those in for both tones, which will give me more room in there to do everything else. So that's what I'm going to do at the bench here in a little bit. Rich country gentleman. My dad always wanted to white one of those with gold hardware. Because a friend of his had one. And when I was, even before I was born, but when I was a little kid, on Saturday nights, they had a bunch of friends over, and it was like uh, 3 of the guys played guitars. One of the guys played mandolin, and they would, those guys and their wives would all come here to this house when I was a little kid, and they would sit upstairs and play, just sing a bunch of old stuff, play. And his friend had a white Gretsch country gentleman, and he wanted to trade my dad for his Les Paul. My dad's Les Paul Jr., and he didn't do it. And then that guy died, and his wife sold it at a pawn shop for like $50. So it was white with, I think, well, it might have been the foul. I just know it was white with gold, and I remember him saying it was a country gentleman, or maybe the guy had a country gentleman too, but who knows? I was just a little kid then. I just remember running around. My mother, you the women would sing, but my mom always made these little. They must have been like sliders, but they were ham on a little bun, ham, some kind of cheese, and something else, and then they were wrapped. They were buttered and wrapped in tinfoil and baked in the oven. I remember everybody used to love that. Oh, you guys don't see this. That just showed up. Yeah, well, if I worried about that, I might do something about it. But I don't. And that is block that user. That is spam. So, goodbye. You have, Scott, you have one? Man, I never got to play one. I just remember my dad talking about it. And now he loved that guitar. He loved Chet Atkins playing too. My dad's favorites were Chet Atkins, Roy Clark, um, Dwayne Eddy. He saw Dwayne Eddy 2 or 3 times. Yeah, he's blocked. I blocked him, true. So yeah, he had. Oh, he liked Jerry Reed too. Yep, there you go, Scott. So yeah, it was interesting. He actually, believe it or not, he actually liked Mike Nesmith, which is the whole reason, because I used to watch the Monkees. That was the whole reason they took me to the show at the fair, because Mike Nesmith was one hell of a guitar player, especially on the 12 string. My dad thought the show was stupid, but Mike Nesmith's playing was cool, and he liked the car. So, so any other questions, comments, concerns, or criticism? I see I am starting to remember that better. Before I go to the bench, I actually took styrofoam. I took styrofoam, laid it on the front of the guitar, put marks where the pots would go so I could lay it out on the styrofoam, build it there, and just basically lift it up and transfer it over. But I'm going to, yeah, get rid of the one pot's bad anyhow. The bridge tone. So the fact that he doesn't use those, I don't know that one. That guy, Tommy Emmanuel. So I'm just going to replace him with the two smaller 500Ks, brand new, and that'll free up a lot of room in there. I will, Lewis. Let me write that down. I don't want to do it right now. See what happens. All right. That is in there. All right, let me put the headset on and I will switch microphones. and we will go over to the bench. While I'm doing this, take a minute. Let's play. Let's play this one.
Settles on a worn out wooden floor, the shadow of a man behind a locked door. I watch the seasons change through a cracked pane, counting every drop of the cold winter rain. There is a hollow sound in the empty hall, waiting for a voice or that phantom's call. I buried my secrets in the backyard dirt, tried to hide away all that hurts. The clock on the wall has no sound, looking for the melodies I never found. My boots are covered in the miles of the past, wondering how long the quiet breath will last. The ink is trying on a page with no name, the monster circling the dying flame. I see the finish line drawn in the sand, holding on to nothing with a trembling hand. I do not want to go where the silence takes its toll, leaving not a trace of my struggle or my soul. I do not want to fade like a vapor in the sky. No one there to witness my last goodbye. Any reason or a better lift to fly. I don't want to perish, a hollow feeling in my eyes. I met a traveler on the road to the west. He had a silver medal pinned to his chest. He told me that the glory was a bitter pill to swallow, and the heart inside is jagged and it's hollow. He had 1,000 stories, but no one left to hear, trading all his triumphs for a single human tear. The prophets in the street are howling at the moon, singing frantic and disconnected too. They talk of heavy burdens, the price of being free, but none of them can offer clarity to me. I am looking for a spark in the middle of the night, something more than shadows dancing in pale light. The ink is drying on a stage with no dame, the monster circling the dying flame. I see the finish line drawn in the sand, holding on to nothing with a trembling hand. I do not want to go where the silence takes its toll, leaving not a trace of my struggle or my soul.
Sorry, Scott.
I do not want to fade like a vapor in the sky, with no one there to witness my last goodbye. My last goodbye. Give me a reason or a better left to find. I don't want to perish, a hollow film in my eyes. I do not want to go where the
Yep, that was an accident, Scott, and I'm trying to fix it, and it won't let me add it back. Sorry about that. Okay, let me switch cameras here and move that away farther. Okay, let me try this. Which one you like better? That one or the ones over? I need to move the one over the top down closer. Top view. Okay. Okay. All right. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. I don't need the headphones yet. Check, 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 check. All right, there we go. Yes, Scott, I apologize for that. I didn't mean to do that. And the funny part is, it won't let me reverse it. Okay, let me move it this way a little bit. Turn this on. Turn that on. So what I'm going to do is replace these two with these two brand new 500K because they're in there like this. And then this is literally right there. They could have routed it out a little bit better, but they didn't. So we're going to make it a little bit different and hopefully a little bit better. So, since these two are getting removed completely, and I do want to use better wire, we're going to cut these two off. There, we're going to cut this off. Nope, hold on. Gotta wet that down a little bit. Okay. So we're going to do that out of there and put that in its place. And let's see. Let's use a little bit of this. this is the thinner one. This is the one I wanted to use for that. Okay. Yeah, I want to get all these. Yeah, it's your guitar, MPN. I want to get all these done. Oh, and then the heat bubble or whatever it's called that David was talking about in Texas past few days. Guess what's going to be here Monday? I'm like, are you kidding me? The weather sucks around here anymore. So if it's just heat, I'm not worried about the heat. It's the humidity that bothers me. So I don't know about that yet. There's that, and then we're going to go with this. Because I want to make this look also a little bit neater. It was so tight I couldn't, again, it's my OCD. Sorry guys, but I can't help it. So I want to make everything look a little bit neater in there. Right. So let's keep that right there in the middle. Enough so I can let's do this. Put that in there. And then bend that up. Where are we at here? There's that one. So that. Put some solder on these before I do anything else. So now we're going to put this one. This one will go down here. So we don't need to do that yet. Don't need to attach. That could turn that way and go into there. And the way I'm wiring this one, as I'll show you here in a second, is this. It's right there. That's the way this one is being wired. All right, so we come out of here and we go into. Doesn't need to be that long, does it? Nope. Cut that down some more. I just like everything to look nice and neat. That's all. You know what? Hold on. Yeah, let me do this. To get more space, this is the one that's bad. Let me cut this off. That's the part that's bad. All right, so here's what we'll do. I will take this one. Get in there, dang it. So I will do this. I will take this off there. Okay. And I will put that one right there. And this one down here, because that's where I need the room. All right. That'll be there. That will go into there. We can that like that. guess I could always went where the other solder was, but. Okay. And then that's where the ground. Okay. So this one, let me pull this off. Out of there. Styrofoam is probably not the best thing to use here. I mean, look. Sorry, didn't mean to hit that. Okay. I can take that out too. Come on. There we go. All right. So we got that and that. Now let's. And then we continue to use what, this one, right? No, this one. Yep. Or did I drop the other piece? All right. So then we go from there to there. So that's just a short one. I know technically, guys, it doesn't matter what this actually looks like as long as it's connected right and works. But I honestly put effort in it to when you take the back cover off and look at it, it's like, dang, that's pretty nice. It just, I don't know, makes me feel like you when you open it up and look at it, you're thinking, dang, I really got, you know, a nice piece going here. Ooh, too much. I mean, not like someone sitting on their waterbed put this together. higher. And I gotta put this one on that one. When you obviously when you have more area to work with, I mean literally the cavity is cut. It's not even cut oval. It's like it there's this and it dips in, then there's that and it dips in. I mean it's just barely enough to do anything. So I can take these out for right now. Get this in here. Chris King just sent me a video. He asked me today if I ate the Vegemite yet, or if I got it. I said I got it, but I haven't tried. So I opened it up, but I haven't tried it yet. Here comes Ava. Okay. That's that. That's that. And then we got to take this here, 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 here. Hi, Avies. I may have to take her out here in a minute. Beth went to bed, but I don't know if she. That there. That here. I try to do this, but it doesn't always work. I need to find a better kind of cutters. I don't want to cut the wire. I just want to cut the cloth. And that one didn't do it. here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to jump it there to there and to there. So start right there. So I wanted to build that one up a little bit more. Oh, come on, dang it. Stay on there. Put it under that one. Nope, don't want to do that. I'll never get it out of there. If I do this. And fold that underneath. Keep that down on there. There we go. Ah, come on. I probably just need to make some kind of wooden holder for this stuff. That one. Bit more of a bend. Give it a little bit more length right there. That's not built up enough. Be a different story if I had a stable platform. There we go. And let me put this. There we go. There's that. Let me come down here. This is what basically allows you to pick it all up as one unit. Yeah, I have a pair of the ones that'll strip part of the wire, but it won't do ones this small. I got it right here. Or do I? Yeah. But I don't think. Let me check. Oh, my, right there. Hey, yeah, look at that. By God, I didn't think it did that small. It was clear on this end. I was looking at the other end. Where is? Come on. Ow, that hurt. Burned my finger. And then obviously the more room you have to do this, the better it ends up being. Dang, I wish I'd have known it did do this small one. I'd have been using this a lot longer. Oh, that one cut it. That's good. That's the end anyhow. I'm just going to run it over to the ground for the a little bit right there on the edge. All right. And then come up and make my twist. Come up and over. Come on, dang. Okay, so we got something like that. That's not. I mean, there's one that I've spent hours on just to get all the wires perfectly straight and bent the same. And everybody's like, dude, that is so much overkill. I'm like, well, my assistant says that it's better this way. All right, so we got the capacitor, capacitor there. That's soldered there. So the only thing I got left now is just to attach the switch and the pickups. Oh, sorry. And this. So we want to use white. Well, technically, I don't have to do that yet because that one's got to run down from the other one. So we use the black, which is what I was going to run this other piece over to, but that stupid thing cut it. So there we go. Come on. There we go. A little bit out of the way. And that literally, I'll leave it that long in case. Oh, I can't put this on yet. I gotta shove it through the body. But so we're pretty much there. Just let me. Who won the guitar on Under the Bus last night? I wanted to watch it, but I didn't get a chance to. Excuse me. Excuse me. Dang it. Hey, Greasy. Oh, they gave away 2 guitars. I was mentioned in the chat. Don't tell me I have haters over there. All right, let me clear this off for a minute. There's that little white piece, dang it. Yeah, I keep in contact with Kurt via Facebook Messenger. Kurt turned out to be a very nice guy, as opposed to what I've heard for 3 years of how him and what was the other one? Caleb were as evil as Satan himself. I mean, that's literally what I was told, that he was just the worst. Him and Caleb were the 2 worst people in the world. And I'm sorry, I'm just not seeing it. Maybe, and here's a big maybe, those guys that the Birdman and Napoleon should think about, maybe if you treated them better, it wouldn't have been like it was. But don't forget, everything is everybody else's fault, not theirs. One guy who won plays drums. Well, now he's got a reason to play guitar. I want one of those SBS guitars. I want to try one of those. I've heard good things about them. So, he doesn't know how to treat anybody, Peggy. And I'm so sick of hearing it's because he's got issues. Well, everybody's got issues. That doesn't give you a right to be a jerk to everybody. That's the excuse Birdman kept making. Well, he's got personal issues with social. I said, well, then I don't know what to tell you. Chris King sent me another video. I get 15 videos a day from Chris, man. It's great. So, see, this is not, that whole thing should have been routed out. I mean, literally, there is no room in there whatsoever. Terrible. I would love to get a CNC router because, and a table, because if I had that, I could program a certain cavity shape, like a football maybe, and open that up. But look, it's like right there, and the input jack, when you put it in, I don't know if you can see that. Watch right here. So here's your tone pot right there, and then the input jack would go in, and it was right on top of the tone pot. I was like, man, are you freaking kidding me? That is the Floyd Rose. That's that. Okay. Oh, MPN. These, your Godos, they won't work. They're too long. They would go through the body that much. Go through this. That's too thin. So I got to go with the Floyds. But yeah, this is crazy. But I do want to try, although there's not much room in there to do it, I do want to try to get some of this shielding in there. Yeah, this particular body was not made for a Floyd Rose, or that style Floyd Rose, I should say. It's not big enough and not thick enough where it needs to be. So that's why it had the other Floyd on top of it. The rail tail instead of the regular. Because they needed to make this about an inch longer here at least, and they routed this down too far and took some of the thickness out of this piece. And this could have been opened up a little bit more. So, the hell, what the heck? So we were making it work. It won't be exactly as it could have been, but I can't change the body. So I got to work with what I have. But the whole thing is to make it work. Make it work with it still looking pretty decent. Plus, I had this front hole for the EVH pot. I had to open the hole up for that one. But hey, you know what? It's all going to work. And if the body was a little bit thicker, I could have took the switch out and opened that hole up more round where you could turn the switch. The plate would still be the same way, but the switch would be this way. And that way it would work back and forth like Randy's instead of this way. Don't want to get it down in here because if it touches the jack, it screws things up. But that barely brushed the hell's it called? Shielding paint is not even completely covered, and what is covered is barely covered, so that's not going to work. So I got to do this, and I got the neck pickup area down. I got to do the bridge pickup. Yeah, I took this all back apart. Because when MPN plays this, I don't want it to be any issues. No humming, no nothing. Just sound nice and work right. But I want to show you why changing those two rear pots out made the difference. So you put this one in, which is what was there. Okay, you see that? Now watch when I put this in. Come on, dang it. Look, if you put that in first, you can't get the tone pot in. You gotta put it down, then when you set it in there, it rides on top of it. So you had that one there, and this one here. That's why I switched from that to that there and here. So you gain some room. And they are 500K pots, so we're good. But I mean, you talk about just barely removing enough to work. Wow. I mean, they couldn't have put any, If they'd have taken any less out, none of the pots wouldn't have worked at all. And then look at the cut. Look, you got, it's not even, it's really weird what I don't understand, because if you look at some of these Firefly guitars, I don't know if they're made in the same place, but some of them are definitely more better assembled. Like there's more, I don't know, care putting them together. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. And some of them aren't. So I don't know if they just have one place that builds them, or they got a couple places that build them for them. Do not know. And this is why you want the conductive part also to be shielded, or shielding adhesive. So when you piece it together like this, I'll show you with the continuity meter. Even though you saw me put, I don't know how many pieces in here, it should all be, watch it make me a liar, it should all be still connected as one. And if you buy this copper tape, make sure it says conductive adhesive. Matter of fact, I just had to order some more today, or last night, I should say. Usually when I get little pieces like this, I try to save them, and you can put them in where little spots are needed. And then when you shield your cover, always make sure that you run something like that. I always put it over the screw hole, so when you screw through it, the screw's shoving it in, and your cover is laying on top of it, so it all seals. Because you want this all to attach. Okay, now let me get the continuity meter, well, the multimeter, put it on continuity testing. Zero is best. If you can get it to zero, you can't get any better than that. So, I don't know if you can hear that. All right, so you see there's a bunch of different pieces here, like this piece here. Let's go down here and here. There you go. You can't get any better shielded than that. When it goes 0 to 0, that's why you have to make sure the adhesive is also conductive. So that's that. All right, so, and that's on a slant. See, if I had a CNC, I could actually put a program in that would cut this out, all that out, make it a little bit bigger. Then I would actually be able to cut a cover for it too. So I have plans for a CNC at some point. So there's a tip. If you guys buy copper tape or shielding tape, make sure it goes to 0, or make sure it's conductive in the back. Come on, dang it. Let me do this. And people talk about this being a Faraday cage, and kind of is and kind of isn't. Also, when I put this on the back of stuff, roller, it looks nice. I know. I got OCD, I admit it. But people who I do work for benefits from it. I've just always been that way. I can't help it. Now, I'm not as bad as where I sit down and all the forks and everything's got to be in a straight line and lined up. I'm not like that. It's just when I'm doing something, I want it to look the best that I can get it to look. And then, here's the funny part, I'm never satisfied. The next one I do, I try to do each one better than the last one. And again, the people that I do this stuff for is, gains from it. Because before too long, I have to paint a base for Tim Gaines, the original bass player for Stryper, a friend of mine for 15, 16, 17 years. And then I'm going to do one for Billy Sheen. And then one for Mr. Daisley. Now, some people just shove that down and that's good enough. Nope, let's make it look good. I was always, be proud of your work. Sometimes mistakes happen. You can't always be perfect, but it doesn't mean you don't try. Perfection's hardly ever achieved, but you don't stop trying for it. I've heard people say, well, perfection's unachievable, so why bother? And it's like, well, it never will be achievable if you look at it that way. So I don't get it, and I don't understand why some people will half-ass stuff and then just leave it that way. I mean, believe me, there's a lot of times when I was younger that I'd get mad something was going wrong, couldn't get it, and I'd get it somewhat, and I was like, all right, that's it. I'm done. It works. It doesn't look the best, but it works, and it's really not that bad. I might have been even a little bit too hard on myself. Then my grandfather and my dad would stop me and say, hey, if that was yours, would you want whoever you had working on it to say, that's good enough? Or would you want them to give their best? And I'd think, well, yeah, obviously we want their best. This is so, don't you think whoever, whatever it was at the time getting worked on, don't you think they want the best too? Yeah, all right. Sand it down, do it again. Do that to a couple cars a few times and you learn not to let that go. All right, so now when this goes over here, this will connect these points, and we'll try it again. So I'll put that right there, and I'll just set this on it. That should stay. And we should have from underneath, I can do it from right here, right there. There you go. Perfection. Wait, perfection isn't attainable. Apparently that's for only Santa Cruz. And this neck pickup coming for Garguts, I'm worried. Because that's where it's coming from. So we know that is shielded. So now let me just set these in here. See how they come all in one piece now? And they should drop right in. Of course, you got to lift the body up. Get these ones out of the way. So, I mean, this is so, look how tight. That is so freaking tight. It's crazy. That should not be. You should have more room in that. There you go. They're in. And there's two. I gotta figure out what I do with all the. Yeah, take my advice. Don't use styrofoam. But if you do something like this, make sure you bridge volume, bridge tone, neck volume, neck tone, and then which way your output jack is. Which way. So you know which way to run the wires that way. Hold on, I gotta let Ave out. Okay, well, she doesn't want to go out. Don't you come get me in 10 minutes, butthead. All right. So, we got this. And another reason I had to take it apart is I'll show you here. Let me get this one back in. This being a not a Jackson. What had happened was the scale length on this was closer to a Gibson scale length, but not exactly. Hold on, way too much stuff on this table for me right now. And it wasn't, obviously, it wasn't a Strat scale either. It was in between, but closer to the Gibson. So, shut that off for now. So I went ahead with the Gibson measurements to get it set up for the Floyd and drill the hole, the bolt holes. And they were off. I could not get it intonated. A couple of them were really close. Then there was like two, the high E and the B were like really off. Come on. Are you kidding me? This body is so weird. Look. There's nothing. No washers on that whatsoever. That's down flush all the way. And look. The screw part doesn't come out of those two. Son of a gun. That's why I said this is not made to any kind of spec that should work. Okay. Yeah, there's no screw, no nothing on those two little ones. And I know that there's not that much. Holy crap. Oh, I got it. These are those ones that's got the tabs on them. Like right here. Both of them are like that. I don't think this one's strong enough to do it. God, are you kidding me? That's got the tab right there also. I hate when you do that. You bend them off. And just messed up my entire nice. Come on. That ain't gonna cut it. Oh, yeah, it did. Oh, are you kidding me? Even with the tabs out of the way. They still don't come through. MPN. I'm really starting to hate this guitar. Okay. Well, there is not that you saw. There is not that much tape in there to make that difference. But just for some giggles here, let me cut it right out around the holes. Anyhow, what I was saying about the scale length, it wasn't obviously it wasn't the Strat style, the 25 and a quarter, 25 and a half. Depends on who you talk to. And it wasn't the Gibson one either. It was in between, but it was more towards the Gibson side. So I thought with the adjustment with 3 holes on the Floyd to move the saddles, it would still work. So I did that, got it all strung up and playing it, and it would not intonate. Are you kidding me? Even that one don't fit. What the? That was shorter than this one? Oh, yes. Jesus criminy, look. Can you see that? Okay, still got to figure out something for these little ones, though. I don't know if I have... Nope. Son of a gun! Alright, so let's see, what can I do here? To fix that and to make room. Short one. Oh, wait a minute. Same. Okay, as far as that one was bad, this one, I can reuse this one for there. I need to come up with 2 for this. So I need the smaller. Well, MPN, I'm going to have to order 2 of the smaller pots with the, like that, the longer shaft, but okay, well, I mean, it's fixable. I'll order them. That one longer? Oh, we have one. I have one that's a little longer. Okay. All right, so I just need to get one more. And this one I can reuse. This was the tone or the neck when it was okay. And I'll put that one in. All right. Well, anyhow, what I was saying is I had to route out a little bit more on top, and I have to move the bolt holes so I can get it where it would intonate. So I had to route up this way some. And then the new, wherever they're at, the new ones will go here instead of where they were here. So I will order I don't know. Forster bit. Yeah, I can go down with a Forster bit, but that's not like, that's as thick as that, pretty much. And I don't want to take the chance. I mean, I can try it, but I don't want to drill through it. So that's a 1/4 inch. That might not be. Yeah, that one's not big enough. That one is. I'd do a little bit bigger. Because that's like, have to do it on drill press. Because I am not going to do that by hand. That one. And I could probably wow. Maybe I should even go bigger. more area. Now, let's see. That would drop the whole pod in there except for that piece. And then now we have to go into here, which would, holy crap. This is probably the best one to go with. Yeah. That one or this one? Yeah, well, I'm not doing that tonight. I'm doing that tomorrow. I'll have to put it in the drill press and do that. And then I got to drill those two holes also, so. Yeah, I don't want to take any chances of drilling through the body. So I can literally go, let me see how deep that actually is. Do it from this side. .41, and I would need to come down probably 4, which would be how much on that bit? Oh, about half. So if I run down half the bit, that would give me enough. That would give me enough to drop those in and get some threads on them. Then put more tape on the bottom. Okay. So I can go 4 mil. That'll do it. 4 mil, and then I need to Not long enough. Come on, dang it. All right. So I will do this tomorrow. And I can drill the other 2 holes too for the bridge. All right. Okay, so take it out down that far, and that'll work. Okay, MPN, so you know where we are. Might as well take all this back out now. And that one here. Might as well do this one too a little bit because I'm only getting that like 3 threads out of this one. This Van Halen one. All right. Pull these. All right. Okay, I'll do that tomorrow. Take these out of the way. And then I can repaint them or retape them again. All right, so we're good. Leave this here for tonight. We're good to go. Off. All right. Okay. Back to the desk. After I put this stuff away, I can't stand that. Sorry. Even though I'm going to need it again tomorrow. I just can't do it. Sorry. Guys used to get mad at me at the garage. They're like, we got to work. It's 8 in the morning. We're here and we're leaving at God knows what time at night. Why are you putting everything away? Because that's where it goes. Oh, for God's sake, we're coming right back. Doesn't matter. There were times that when we had the last shop we had till 92 or 93. If I ever get Beth on the show, you can ask her. There were times, because we opened at 8, so I'd be there about 7:30 to get the coffee and everything going. MPN, we can't use these, so what do you want me to do with them? So I'd be there 7:30, get the coffee going, get everything fired up and running. And then I'd be there sometimes till 2 or 3 in the morning. All right. Thank you, MPN. Oh, I made these for the garage. 3D printed these. No holder, screw them to the wall. And pretty stout too, man. I mean, I can't even flex them. So I'm going to make ones real small that'll hold a 3/4 inch or 5/8 inch rod, and then we'll mount it over there on the shelf so I can hang all my straps on it across the rod. And I made this too, the Hand of Doom. If anybody wants one of these, let me know. Okay, these I don't like using. And see, some people would throw a fit about the guitar doing this kind of stuff and send it back to him in unplayable shape because they were mad. I look at it as a challenge and want to get it right. Oh. All right. That's better. Not perfect, but better. Like Alabama said, she's close enough to perfect for me. So, got the headphones back on. I can hear myself. Let me switch mics now. All right. Switch cameras. There we go. Um, I I didn't know this. I was thinking it was tomorrow at midnight, but is it midnight tonight? So I have no idea what this song is or how it sounds, but this is Faith and Failure's very newest release, just released 30 minutes ago, 33 minutes ago, whatever. Their bass player is their artist. All right, hold on. we shared? Yes, we're shared. Okay, let's see if you guys can hear it. I got no idea what this. He never sent me a preview of it or anything. I had no idea what it sounded like. Usually, he will send me something from the studio when they're recording, or the rough mix when it's done before it's ever mixed. It's just the actual recording. I never got anything on that song. That's the first time I heard it with you guys. And by the way, I did show him how to play. Then he went on from there. So, but he took it a lot farther than I ever did. He's got a 4-year degree from West Liberty University in music, and then a master's from Berkeley. So it's different. It's not what I'm used to from them. So hold on, gotta run my show. Here we go. This past 2 hours and 42 minutes is brought to you by Zim's Guitars in Mesa, Arizona. Please contact Zim's. Ask for Dane. You can call him at 480-242-3742. He will ship guitar to the continental United States. He likes to buy, sell, trade, and barter. He loves to barter. And Zim's Guitars is where the 80s still live on. So thank you, Dane, for having such a kick-ass store. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, he has over 500 guitars. What was my method of teaching him? Showing him what to do, basically. So, yeah, it was just sit down with him, and this is this, and you can do this, and yeah, Ogre. That was my son on guitar. He writes all the music. The singer writes all the words. I think they have that shirt out, Peggy. Hold on. Well, since I'll probably get flagged for that one, I did last time, might as well do a couple more. Hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, that's bright. Come on. Hold on here. Man, that is bright. Has Garguts been in here? Okay, emails sent out. Let me share this. Ogre, this is their song that reminds me a lot of Avenged Sevenfold. But see, 0. This is still my favorite. It's 6 years old because there's a story behind this one. But there are. I don't know if I ever. I'll let you hear just part of this one.
We walk along the path on the sands. Oh, we search forever. We've crossed a million roads we have to feed. I'm sure. Just whisper words and names we can't say. The feather in the clay, the feather was away, I was too late.
Let's see. This one and the one I said is my favorite are their two most popular songs. The Cold Teachers in Columbus, guitar and piano. You could pretty much teach anything. You had to learn how to play it all, like all for orchestra, pretty much. That one and this one are their two most popular, and this one's still my favorite. There's a story behind this one. his voice, he changes it 3 times as he goes through the stages of the breakup. From that first part being can't believe it happened, and the second part he's like accepted it and getting mad, then the ending it's like he's pissed. But this is basically a true story, and the guy this is about ended up killing himself over this girl. So this is what he had to say about her.
There's beauty in the fucked up ways you've been loving me. This can't be real, I can't be free. Is my mind playing tricks on me? Is my mind playing tricks on me? Your curse never left me. A devil in disguise, an angel with no wings. She won't remember it that way. A creature full of poison, venom in her veins. See the red footprints when she leaves. My heart aches, agony seducting. I can't wait for it to take me away. I'll pretend I'm okay. There's beauty in your lies and there's beauty in your pain. There's beauty in the fucked up ways you've been loving me. This can't be real, I can't be free. Is my mind playing tricks on me? Is my mind playing tricks on me? Your curse never left me. A devil in disguise, an angel with no wings. She won't remember it that way. A creature full of poison, venom in her veins. See the red footprints when she leaves. I wish for a fantasy, but there are no fairy tale endings for me. I've lost all my sanity. A devil in disguise, an angel with no wings. She won't remember it that way. A creature full of poison, venom in her veins. See the red footprints when she leaves. A devil in disguise, an angel with no wings. A creature full of poison, venom in her veins.
So sadly, that's a true story. Oh, hey, there you go. David, hello.
Yeah. I tried to say something there in the
Oh,
music, but I didn't want to say it too loud.
Greasy, I sent you one too if you want to come in. Lower this. Do there. There we go. Louis, no, he can play 7-string. He just doesn't like to. And Ogre, thank you. Yeah, what had happened, from what I know of the story, he was a friend of the band, and he came in and he had an idea for the lyrics. And him and Cole and one of the other guys in the band sat down, and they end up writing the entire song. And yeah, they play in C. So they wrote the song, and then they recorded it, and they let the guy hear it, and he thought that was great. That's exactly what he wanted. And then he made sure she heard it, and then he killed himself. So that's where when she sees the red footprints. So that's kind of like the song that Avenged Sevenfold did. Oh my God, what's the name of the song? The drummer wrote it. The Rev wrote the song. It's basically just piano, and he wrote the vocals. They came in and recorded it. And then they put it out, and then, because the Rev had an enlarged heart. He had an enlarged heart his whole life. And he got tired of it burning and the medicine, so he just overdosed on the medicine. But the song basically says, I was like, are you kidding me? If I was in that band and someone come to me and wrote words like this, I would say, dude, what's going on? But they did it, recorded it, put it on the album. Then he took himself out because he didn't want to deal with the medicine anymore. At 29 years old. Fiction. That's the name of the song. Damn it. Let me get the words to it. I know. Well, I knew I'd get it. Here it is with the words. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, hold on. We'll watch this. Hold on. How you doing, David?
I'm doing great. We had the hide and seek finals today.
Hide and seek finals.
Yeah. I'm real good at that game.
I'm good at hiding. I just can't figure it out. Okay, so I'll see what this is. I don't know what this is. Music video, not official. But
tragedy tonight for a popular rock band based in Huntington Beach. Police say James Owen Sullivan, drummer for the band Avenged Sevenfold, was found dead in his home today. He appears here in a music video from the band's website. Police say Sullivan, who went by the stage name The Rev, appeared to have died of natural causes. He was 28 years old.
listen to the words to this. He's playing the guitar and the drums, or the bass, the piano and the drums. That's him, right there. And he wrote the whole song. And him and the singer sing it together. Oh. That's him dancing there. Greasy, I forgot all about that. Man, I hope you're doing so much better. The wife, that's right. You're having yours next.
Second grade, I met the Reverend. He was always getting in trouble. And it was like, you know, like it was cool to go act like, you know, like, oh, I don't care about this, I don't care about that, but he truly just didn't get it.
Gave you all I had to give, found a place for me to rest my head.
My internal organ.
That's him right there.
It's a massive internal failure. Like I can feel usually when I'm from more pain as opposed to, you know, another, but they're all going. Not that I can.
All right, hold on, wait a minute. I'll go. There was another one right here. Here it is. Go this one.
Now the screen isn't showing. You know that, right?
Oh, you can't see it. Sorry, hold on.
No. They can't see it.
Crap. Sorry.
Just on the other side.
Not that I can, or that I want. Let it burn under my skin. Let it burn.
This life to set me free. Took a piece of you inside of me. All this hurt can finally fade. Promise me you'll never feel afraid.
Not that I can, or that I here on the highway, yeah. I know you'll find your own way when I'm not with you.
So tell everybody, the ones who walk beside me, yeah, I find your own way when I'm not with you tonight. I hope it's worth it, what's left behind me. Yeah, I know you'll find your own way when I'm not with you. So tell everybody, the ones who walk beside me, yeah, I know you'll find your own way when I'm not with you tonight.
So he wrote that. They recorded it. And then he ended it. They still do that song live to this day. And he's been gone since 2010. And they play his voice, the vocals, so the Rev still sings it with them. But I want to, and here is a song that they wrote about him after he died. So this is the song they wrote, and it shows like what they did in their childhood and everything. The Rev was always the one getting in trouble.
Never shame but never free, a life that heals.
So it was pretty interesting. I mean, it was sad.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I'm sure I will. Oh, did they nail me already?
Yeah, I guess they did.
Hold on. Peggy, yeah, they got us. Hold on, we got to start over. Hold on, why can't I get rid of that? Stop sharing. So it's just me and you right now. Hold on.
Yep.
All right,
see
hold on.
that.
I got to end it and start it again.